Hey guys, so we've all dealt with low back pain at some point in our life. Either we're currently dealing with it now or we've dealt with it before. Now, during this quarantine, it's a great time for that low back pain to come back, having sitting down for a long period of time, binge watching Netflix, playing video games, out in the yard, doing a lot of yard work. So now's a good time for that low back pain to come back or get worse. So I'm gonna go over a few exercises that you can do, including some massage techniques to help alleviate your symptoms. Now, I can't diagnose your low back pain, but what I can do is give you some suggestions and some exercises to help alleviate the pain, okay? So, the only thing you're gonna really need is a lacrosse ball for massages. So we're gonna massage 3 tight muscle groups using lacrosse ball, baseball, softball, golf ball, anything round that you have in your house you can use. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay on the ground. I'm gonna put this right here, right above my hip bone and to the right of my spine. This muscle group's called the QL. All right, so I'm gonna put it right there. And I'm gonna lay down on it and just take about 5 to 10 deep breaths and just let my body weight just sink into the ball. Okay, if you want to move around you can, but just avoid bone, so don't put it directly on your spine. The next muscle group is going to be your glutes. I'm going to put it right here on the meat of my butt cheek. I'm going to sit down like this and I'm just going to roll it around nice and smooth. All right, and then the last muscle group is going to be the hip flexor right here in the front of your hip. You're going to put the ball here. You can either use the ground or you can use the wall. Okay, all right, give those a try. So after you get done massaging, now's a great time to stretch those muscles that you just loosened, okay? So what I'm gonna use here is a chair at the house. You can use your ottoman, you can use the edge of a couch, you could use your dining room tables, chairs. So just something that you can put your foot on. So what I'm gonna do right here, sit up nice and tall, and I'm gonna squeeze my butt to try to flatten that low back, squeeze that butt cheek, and I'm feeling a nice stretch right here in the front. If you wanna intensify that stretch a little bit, if you're tight, we can go up here. All right, hold that for about 30 seconds each side. The next stretch I'm gonna do is a 90-90. So I'm gonna get on the ground. It's one of my favorite hip stretches that stretch my butt cheek and the piriformis. So I'm gonna get here, lean forward over the front shin. If you don't really feel comfortable getting on the ground, you can do the same stretch, but you can sit in a chair or your couch. So I'm gonna get right here, put my foot up here and lean into that front shin. Just like that. Okay, another stretch you can do, we're gonna go with this traditional cat-cow, but we're gonna make sure you hold each position. So get right here, this is the cat pose. Then I'm gonna slowly go into my cow pose and I'm just gonna hold each position there. Great, and then the last stretch you can do, laying on the ground or the couch or your bed, get right here, and I'm gonna pull my knee into my chest, and that'll help stretch that low back out. Right there, you can put your hands here, but if you have knee issues, I would avoid that and just put my hands in the back of the knee and pull into my chest. All right, give those stretches a try. So after you get done massaging, after you get done with stretching, this is a great time to do a few exercises to strengthen the weaker muscle groups or the muscle groups that you just got done loosening. So what we're gonna do is to strengthen the low back, I'm gonna do some side planks to really stabilize my low back. So I'm gonna get right here. We all know what a side plank is, but I'm gonna just show you really how to modify it if it's really, really tough or if it hurts. So I'm gonna modify by putting my knees on the ground, right there, okay? So this, if you have really bad, severe pain and you can't really get into this position or it really hurts, try to see if you can modify by just putting your knees here and then holding that for about 20-30 seconds. If that doesn't hurt, you can go into a normal side plank just like this. After side planks, I'm gonna go into some bird dogs. So I'm gonna kick out, extend that arm overhead, extend that foot back behind me, stay in a straight line. I don't wanna arch, okay? I don't wanna arch. I just wanna kick straight, hold for 2 seconds to make sure you're stabilizing the low back. We don't wanna just rep these out. That doesn't really do good for the low back. Okay, we're not strengthening anything, we're stabilizing. Get here, hold. All right, next we're gonna flip on the ground. Dead bugs. So with dead bugs, it's the exact opposite of the bird dogs. You're laying on your back. Try not to move the opposite arm and the opposite leg, just move one side at a time. And then the most important thing is to keep that arch of your low back pushed down into the ground as you extend. All right, and then the last thing to strengthen your low back, build strength in your hips. We're gonna glute bridge, and then we're gonna march in place. Make sure you're keeping your hips as high as you can. You can add a little bit more of a challenge by keeping your arms overhead. Just like that, okay? Give those 4 exercises a try. Let us know what you think.